Hey Cath, how's it going? It's been a long time, we haven't really spoken, and I thought I'd just make a quick video to connect and say hi. I know that we kind of chatted a little bit recently, a couple of months ago, about speaking at one of our events, but nothing really came of it. So yeah, I just thought I'd reach out. You've probably seen on Facebook that myself and Dan have demerged our businesses, so there's lots going on here that I thought I'd fill you in on. By the way, this video, Cath, is a private video. It's 100% just for you. It's not a public video that I'm making for my list or anything like that. And the reason I made it is because I've been thinking about you and thought that might be a way for us to work together again. As you know, like I said, Dan and I have demerged the businesses. I'm going to focus now purely on private clients. I'm working one-to-one with people that are already doing six figures. So not startups, nobody who's like trying to get a kind of idea off the ground. People that are already established, already got a list, already got customers, already got revenue, and I can help them get seven figures. I think I mentioned that briefly when we spoke on the phone before. That's what it's all about now going forward. But I thought rather than try and sell you on being a private client or anything like that, I'll just make a quick video, tell you what's included, how it all works, and then what you need to do if you want to get involved. Like I said, this is for, by the way, I've got some notes here, so if I look down occasionally, that'll be why, so I don't forget anything, obviously, but like I said, it's for six-figure business owners only, it's private clients, one-to-one. I'm only going to work with 18 people, that's it, that's a firm cap, and that's it, really. So here goes. Fundamentally, what becoming a private client means now and how it's different to what we might have done together before is, I think before what I was doing with my clients, with you, with people that I work with, was I was giving you what I knew in terms of getting a six-figure business, getting from, startup or, tens of thousands of pounds a year to hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. And that's what I was doing back then. What I'm focusing on now is the next level. So what are the strategies, what are the tactics, what are the approaches that take a six-figure business and get it to seven figures? And as you know, we did that with my business. I think, when you were in Mastermind, we were doing 350,000 a year, something like that. And we got Business Growth Systems to over 2 million a year in the last 12 months. So what I found is that there's a different approach, different set of strategies, completely different way of doing business that gets you to that level. And so what I'm talking about now, working with people, working with private clients, it's not Mastermind, it's not a group program, it's one-to-one, it's private just with me. So let me tell you about it and how it all works, and then if you're interested, if you're curious about it, then we can have a chat on the phone or something. By the way, I might get interrupted at any minute by my family walking in the door. If I do, I'll pause the video and I'll get rid of them and I'll carry on. Hope that's okay. So it all starts with, as I said, it's a one-to-one program. It starts with half a day of private consulting with me at my office. What that's about, really, it's about looking at where the business is right now. I don't really know what you've been up to for the last couple of years. So it's about looking at where the business is now, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are, where the low-hanging fruit is, and not too dissimilar to what we did when you originally started working with me, where we went, right, there's all these things that you could do, but don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. That'd be a waste of time. Just focus on this. What I found with BGS is that what enabled us to get to 2 million plus a year and grow a team and have thousands of customers, what allowed us to do that was focus. It was having a strategic plan and then executing on that plan and having the clarity to not get distracted with shiny objects or ideas or things that you could do, but to focus in on the task at hand. So the purpose of the half-day consult is to get clear on what that strategic plan is for your business, identify what the financial milestones are. So if you decide that you want to do 500,000 this year or 1 million this year, what do we need to be doing month on month? That's the first thing. And then what are the projects, what are the tasks, what are the things that need to be implemented in order to get us there? And those might be things that you personally need to implement. It might be things that you can get people in your team to implement. But it's getting the clarity on what those tasks are, when they need to be delivered by, and who's responsible for delivering them. And what we do in that first half day is we do that planning for the entire year, but then also we focus on the next 3 months in particular, that first quarter that we're going to be working together. What is the plan? And then beyond that, you get 2 45-minute one-to-one calls per month with me. And the purpose of that is simply to review where we are against the plan. So are we on track? Are we not? What do we need to do more of? What do we need to do less of? What's working? What's not working? Are there any tweaks we need to make to the plan? As a side note, I spent quite a lot of time with Keith Cunningham over the last 12 months. And one of the things that he says, which has stuck with me, is that plans are essentially useless because they always need to change, and of course the environment changes and things change and you need to adapt. But the planning process is absolutely invaluable. It's critical. You can't live without it. And doing that planning process, I think, is what has enabled us, or enabled me and Dan, to get BGS to over 2 million a year and run a team effectively, and also have time for ourselves. Not be working every hour that God sends, which of course is something I'm sure you're familiar with. So you get 2 45-minute calls per month. Obviously, you know me, I'm not completely strict on that. Those are scheduled calls so that I make sure that we're checking in regularly and that you're on track. But also, you've got my personal mobile number. You can text me or call me in an emergency if you need help with anything. So you get those 2 calls a month to check in, see where you are against the plan, but then also look at any marketing campaigns that you're running, look at the copy, look at the what we can do to generate more leads, look at presentations you might need to give, or any of that kind of stuff. We can still do all the things that we would have used to have done in my programs, but now it's much more strategic, high-level planning, because that's what gets you to 7 figures, quite frankly. Also, this is new. I'm going to be doing a 2-day quarterly planning once a quarter. The front door's just open, so I'm going to pause the video and come back to you in a second. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. My wife and child just came in the front door and I didn't want to be disturbed. So where was I? So one of the new things that I'm doing just for private clients, just for the 18 people that I'm working with one-to-one, is we're going to get together for 2 days every single quarter. And the reason I'm doing that is a couple of reasons. First of all, it's so that we can do the planning process together for each quarter going forward. So that's the first day of the 2 days, is to do the work, the planning, the review of where you are regarding your milestones for the year, look at what's working, what's not working, what needs to be changed, adapted, and of course I'll share some of what's working for me in my business. But then the second day, the reason I'm doing this is because I really want to, the 18 people that I work with, I want people that that I like working with, like you, and people that I'm connected to, and so we're going to really just hang out for a day. It's not, a mastermind group or anything like that. It's really just hanging out with cool people, all of whom the minimum entry criteria is to do 6 figures a year. Some of them we're doing 7 figures already. So it's hanging out with cool people. It's connecting with people who are like-minded, who are already at the level that you're at, or aspire to be the level that you're aspiring to, or they're already at 7 figures or whatever. So it's a very high quality, high caliber group of people. And I often think, I don't know about you, but I don't know about you, Cath, but I often think that sometimes, as business owners and entrepreneurs, we struggle to switch off, and sometimes it's nice to have some recharge time. And so we're just going to do some cool stuff, and I want to create some cool experiences for my private clients. That might be, maybe doing one of the 2-day quarterly events at like a nice spa. Obviously, it'll always be a luxury location, of course. But we might do it at a nice spa, or we might do it at some swanky hotel in London, or we might do it out somewhere in the sticks. Or I'm just going to create really cool experiences so that we can all hang out and connect and really get to know each other at a much deeper level. So that's kind of my intention for how I want to work going forward with my private clients. I'll still be doing the workshops, so I plan to do 3 in the next year. So those workshops are on various different topics, as you remember. I'll obviously update all the content to make it more relevant now, so it'll be how to fill events, or how to build a list, or how to use paid advertising, or how to do video marketing, for example. Lots of different things like that. I'll be doing those workshops once a quarter. Obviously, you'll get VIP access to those as a private client. The bottom line is, as a private client, you'll get treated like royalty. You'll have my personal mobile number. You get access to me whenever you want. This is something that I've never done this before. And it's something that really feels right for me right now, is to be providing that level of service and that level of access for a small number of people who are at the right level to be able to make most use of it. So in summary, this program is about being strategic. It's about getting your business to 7 figures, or at least doubling or tripling your business from the low 6-figure level to the mid or the high 6-figure level. It's about being strategic, it's about planning, and then it's about implementing and executing on that plan. And of course, it might be that you're personally doing the implementation, the execution. It might be somebody in your team who's doing it. It might be that you and I together spend a bit of time on our 2 45-minute calls a month, doing some of the execution, writing some of the copy, that kind of thing. Really, it's no holds barred. There's no rules. It's about getting the result, and whatever it takes to do that is what we will do. And it's about accountability. It's about making sure that that things get done. I know that when we worked together originally, Cath, it was some of it was a bit scary for you, because it was like, well, some of the things that I was suggesting or recommending felt a little bit of a stretch for you. Well, guess what? It's going to be exactly like that again. I can guarantee it. And if you're ready for that, then I'd love to work with you again. I think we could do some really great stuff together. I think you could get some phenomenal results, even more so than you did first time round. So I'm going to be launching, or I'm going to be making the 18 spaces in my private client program available in the next week. And so you'll need to act fast, quite frankly. And since I've never done this before, I expect that the 18 spaces will be snapped up very quickly, of course. It's not cheap, as you'd expect. If you're getting this level of access to me, it's going to be significant investment, reassuringly expensive, I like to call it. And so the annual fee for becoming a private client is now £15,000 plus that. As a former client and somebody who's on my hot list, a very short list of people that I'd love to work with again, I'd like to offer you a discount, and so you can get the whole year for £12,000 plus that, and you can pay that monthly. So you can pay 12 instalments of 1,000. It's actually 997 plus that. Always ends with a 7, as you know. If you want to do the 12 payment option, or if you want to pay up front for the year, it's £9,000 plus that, and you save £3,000. So listen, you and I know each other. We've worked together before. We get on. I think we could do some great stuff together. And look, frankly speaking, that if you work with me, you're going to get a return on investment, don't you? You're going to get that. And if you think it's right for you, then I'd love to have a chat. You can give me a call. The reason I think you're right for it is because you're already doing 6 figures, and so I know that you're at the right level, but also because of how you work, how you operate. You're the kind of person who follows through on things when you say you're going to do it. And I do not want anybody to be a private client who's not going to do that. And so I want people like you in the program. I think we could do some great stuff together. So if you think it could be good for you, then give me a call. My mobile number, you've probably already got it, but I'll give it you again. It's 07899 812216. That's 07899 812216. And I can't wait to speak to you. I'd love to work with you again. Thanks.